Hey everyone, in this video I want to go over how to factor polynomials by grouping. So in the last video we talked about how to factor polynomials of form ax squared plus bx plus c, the quadratic trinomials. And we learned how to factor it when a equals 1. So when a equals 1. That was the method that was taught in the last video. And in this video, we want to go over a different method that'll work even when a doesn't equal 1. So let's go through an example together. And let's erase these. Let's say we had 4x squared plus 7x plus 3. So the first thing you want to do, take a look at the first coefficient, 4, and you want to recognize if there are any factors that we can factor out, any factors of 4 in any of the other terms that we can factor out. So at first glance, it doesn't seem like there are. If you take a look at 7, there's no factor of 4 there, so we can't factor that out. And if you take a look at 3, there's no factor of 4 there. But if we rewrite this entire polynomial as 4x squared, and then instead of plus 7x, we can write plus 7x as plus 4x plus 3x, because 4x plus 3x is just 7x. And then we write the remaining part plus 3. Now we can factor out a 4 from the first term right here of 4 and the second term right here of 4. And not only could we factor out the 4, but we can also factor out 4x. Because if you just look at these first two terms right here, this and this, they have a greatest common factor of 4x. Because 4x can be factored out of both terms. So let's go ahead, let's scroll down a little bit, and let's factor a 4x out of those two terms. So 4x, let's set up our parentheses, and just divide each term by 4x. So divide this by 4x, and divide this by 4x. What's 4x squared divided by 4x? That just leaves us with x, since both 4's cancel out. And x squared divided by x using the quotient rule is just x. So x. And what's 4x divided by 4x? Anything divided by itself is 1, so just cancel those out. That is just plus 1. So 4x times x plus 1 in parentheses, and we have to write the remaining part that we didn't factor out. So plus 3x plus 3. And now taking a look at these last two these last two terms of the polynomials, we have a 3x and we have a positive 3. We can actually factor out a 3 out of both of them. The greatest common factor of 3x and 3 is simply 3. So plus 3 times, in parentheses, what's 3x divided by 3? That is x. And what is 3 divided by 3? That is 1, so plus 1. And let's write the rest of this down. For x times x plus 1 plus 3 times x plus 1 in parentheses. Perfect. Now, looking at this entire thing, let's look at how many terms we have. We have 4x times, and inside, if you count the terms inside of each parentheses, there's two terms inside of each of them. There's the x, and there's a 1, x and a 1. And there are two terms inside each set of parentheses. But if you treat the whole parentheses itself as one term, there are actually just two terms here. There's the 4x times the entire set of parentheses. This is all term 1. And then right here plus 3 times this entire set of parentheses. So this is the second term, 2. So if you think about these as two terms, what is their greatest common factor? Their greatest common factor, they're both being multiplied by x plus 1. Right here, x plus 1. So because they have a GCF of x plus 1, we can factor that out. So let's take out the x plus 1. So x plus, 1 second, excuse me, x, just get rid of those, x plus 1 times, and what's left after we factor out the x plus 1? So let's just divide both of them by x plus 1. So let's divide this term by x plus 1 and divide this term by x plus 1. And these two cancel out in the numerator and denominator, x plus 1 divided by x plus 1, those cancel out. And these cancel out as well in the numerator and denominator, x plus 1 over x plus 1. So we're left with this 4x in this first term and the plus 3 in the second term. So 4x plus 3. And that is our final answer. X plus 1 times 4x plus 3 is the factored form of the trinomial that we started with. And that is how we factor by grouping. So I hope this video helps, and please let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. Thank you for watching.